Hello everyone, welcome to 2D Board Gamers. My name is Dave, and today I'm going to start a new G.I. Joe solo series. We'll go through the first 6 missions for the base game and the 2 expansions. Dirk and I will also probably be doing a 2-player game for each expansion as well. We did mission 5 for Cold Snap, but I just recently reread the rules, and so this will kind of be a learn to play as well. So let's look at the leaders before we have the randomizer choose one. So first we've got Roadblock. Roadblock provides 1 recruit, and if there's a gear in play this mission, he gets +1 wild skill, or you can draw a card. The improved Roadblock, so any leader you can spend 6 recruit to promote. So when you get promoted Roadblock, he provides 2 recruit. He's got 3 in marksman, 3 in explosives, and if there's a gear in play, this mission he gets +1 wild skill and draw a card. So before it was or draw a card, now he gets both abilities. Then we've got Duke. So Duke, he's all about the standard GIs. So he's 1 recruit, 2 recon. Put 1 GI from your discard pile into your hand. So you get a GI, which are the starter Joes, of course. And then when you promote him, he's 3 in recon, 3 in marksman. Put 1 GI from your discard pile into your hand. GIs on this mission gain an additional +1 wild. So all your GIs would be 2 instead of 1. All right. We've got Lady Jaye here. And she's 1 recruit, 2 in tech. If there is a utility in play this mission, +1 wild skill or draw a card. Promoted Lady Jaye, who costs 6, of course, just like all leaders. 2 recruit, 3 in tech, 3 in tracker. If there's a utility in play this mission, +1 wild skill and draw a card. So you kind of see a pattern here. We're going to do Dawn last. She's the Scarlett here. This is probably one of my favorites from the base game. 1 recruit, 2 martial arts. If Scarlett starts a mission, target player may destroy 1 card in their discard pile. Promoted Scarlett, 4 marksman, 4 tech, 2 recruit. If Scarlett starts a mission, each player may destroy 1 card in their discard pile. Doesn't really matter so much in solo, but in multiplayer, it is really nice. Okay, we got Flint, and Flint, 0-1 recruit, 2 in vehicles. If there are 2 or more transports in the hangar, target player draws a card. Now, this is important to know, like when you do on a mission, and you take, like, say, the vamp, which we'll get to when we do missions, it's 2 other vehicles still have to be in the hangar. So really, this only kicks in when there's 3 or more vehicles. And then promoted Flint, 3 vehicles, 3 tracker. If there are 2 or more transports in the hangar, +2 wild skills, and target player draws a card. And then we got Snake Eyes. This is who I played during the Raise the Flag campaign. 1 recruit, 2 stealth. If Snake Eyes defeats a side mission, target player draws 1 card. Promoted is 3 in stealth, 3 martial arts. If Snake Eyes defeats a side mission, target player draws 2 cards. Then, with the base game, there was a bonus box that, in addition to having this cool gold tile, had Dawn Moreno as another Joe leader. So she's 2 in stealth. If there are 1 or more Cobra officers in play, +1 wild skill. If none, we draw a card. And promoted, it's 3 stealth, 3 martial arts, +1 wild skill for each Cobra officer in play. If if none, draw 2 cards and discard one of them. Okay, so that will be it for this blow up camera. So let's get rid of that. And then we're going to randomly choose our leader. And then I'll set up the game. Oops, that's put it right here, I guess. All right, so this will be 1, this will be 7. We get 2. All right. So 2 will be Roadblock. So Roadblock will be our leader, and he's all about gear. So now I will set up the game and we will begin. Oh, before we do that, I do need the randomizer one more time. I forgot. So one thing you do in solo is you get to choose 5 leaders, and their promoted leaders will be added to the lineup. So there we got 6 left. Whichever one doesn't get chosen will be removed. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Scarlett will not be in this game. All right, now I will set up the game. Okay, we got a little bit more set up to. I have shuffled the leaders into the deck, and we have the vamp here that's in the hanger. So the vamp has a capacity of 4. After the mission, return the vamp to the hanger. So whenever you do a mission, you have to assign at least 1 Joe and 1 vehicle. And when you use a vehicle other than the vamp, it goes into your discard pile, and then when you draw it a later turn, it'll come out. The game gives you extra copies, extra cards for replayability. So we're going to build the deck, but I have not done that yet. But we'll go over the Joes that we got. So we got Rock and Roll, who costs 6, 3 Recruit. That's what's in the star. 4 Recon, 3 Marksman. So these skills represent how many dice you get to roll if a mission is if we have an appropriate mission. I'm going to do an example mission. So here it says uncover the double agent, recon and stealth. So if I had Rock and Roll to do the mission, I would get 4 dice. If I had, there's a lot of recon here, but let's say the only Joe I had was Zap and some starter Joes, which starter Joes are just provide 1 wild. Any Joe provides 1 wild. So if I had these 2 Joes to do this mission, I would only get to roll 2 dice against 4. Now the dice, they have 3 symbols on them. So the zeros here are blank. That's a miss. Then you have a single hit, and then you have a double hit. So 2 dice, I don't have a very good chance of succeeding. If I roll that, I only got 2 successes. But like if I used Rock and Roll, now I have 4 dice. I got 5 successes, so that would succeed. Once you try a mission, pass or fail, you do the results. So I'll read the story. We got complications. I'll go over that when we get to that. But then there's a pass condition and a fail condition. And that's what these tokens up here are for, is for pass and fail on there. But let's go over what the Joes have. All right, so we got Rock and Roll. He's cost 6, 3 Recruit, 4 Recon, 3 Marksman. Ripcord, cost 3, 1 Recruit, 3 provides 2 Wild. If Ripcord defeats a side mission, reduce the threat meter. So this threat meter is one of the ways we lose. If this ever gets up to this symbol ever gets all the way to the top, that's one way I lose. Sniper Rifle costs 5, 3 Recruit. It has this little mission symbol, which means plus 2 wild skills if you put it into a mission. Airborne costs 4, 2 Recruit. If an airborne transport is used, this mission plus 2 wild skill. Deep 6 costs 5, 2 Recruit, plus 3 Recon, plus 2 vehicles. If I'm using a water transport, I get plus 2 wild skills. So that means I have to be in a water transport vehicle, and the mission has to be a water transport mission. If that's the case, then I get the plus 2 wild. Zap costs 3, 1 Recruit, 3 explosives, double the effect of the next gear played this turn, which he's going to be really good with Roadblock with the gear. Now, the one thing to note with the little mission symbol there is um, you have to have a Joe in the mission to use it, and it can be after the dice is rolled. So that the example that I had where I only got 2 successes and I needed 2 more, I could play the sniper rifle and get to roll the other 2 dice and see if we could succeed. It's important because if you don't need it, then you have it for the next mission if you do more than one mission, or if you're playing multiplayer, any card you play on someone else's turn will get discarded, and you can only help on group missions or story missions. You cannot help other players on their side mission. Okay, so we've got 5 stories here, and we choose 2 of them. So I'm going to shuffle, and I'm always going to choose card 2 and 4. All right, so there's card 2, there's card 4. All right, and then this gold border, that signals the end of Act 1. Then I grab Act 2, and I'll shuffle, and I'll choose Mission 2, Mission 4, Act 2, and then Act 3, Mission 2, Mission 4, and the Act 3. Okay, so now the plot has been built. So we flip it over. Now, this is the active missions, where the active mission is going to go. This, you get to see the next upcoming mission. So we know we're going to need marksman and tech, and we do not have marksman. Well, we do have marksman, rock and roll, but he costs 6. So now I have 2 turns before the mission will start in solo. So we start with the G.I. Joe logo, and then we're going to flip over to this side, and at the end of turn 2, a bunch of stuff's going to happen. And then in the beginning of turn 3, this mission will be active. Okay. So I want Zap for his ability to double the effective gear, since I want gear. But he doesn't help with the missions per se. Rock and roll will help with the mission, but I'm not going to be able to afford rock and roll. Okay. If I had all 3 whites, I could guarantee that I can afford rock and roll. But I have 3 recruit, so what I'm going to do is I am not going to get rock and roll because, well, I could, well, yeah, let's do that. We want rock and roll. So we're going to put 1 Joe on the reserve. So in solo and 2 players, you can put a card on the reserve, which means after you draw your new hand, you will get that Joe or that card in your hand as a 6th card. I'm going to spend 2 recruit. And I'm going to get the service rifle. Now in G.I. Joe, you put the card you just purchased on top of your deck. And then standard deck building rules, you discard your entire hand. So even though I didn't play these 2 cards, I still have to discard them. So that'll go there. And then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I actually have 7 recruit. I can afford rock and roll. So I draw my new hand. So yeah, I got 7 cards, or 7 recruit and 6 cards. Then I'm going to flip this over. That's the end of turn 1. Now we begin turn 2. So at the beginning of turn 2, I'm actually going to put Roadblock on the reserve because he only provides 1 recruit. We are going to need marksman, and he has 2 in marksman. That gives me 6. I'm going to pick up rock and roll, who will give me 3 more in marksman. So rock and roll goes on top of my deck. Draw a replacement card. All right. Discard that. And now I draw 2. I draw the rest of my deck. So now I've decked. So I need to draw 5 cards. I've only drawn 2. So then that's when I shuffle my deck. And we'll add 3 more cards. Okay. So my new hand, I got rock and roll. I got the service rifle. Again, I have a reroll one die, which will be useful in the mission. And then I get Roadblock, who's going to be useful in the mission as well. Okay, but now we got to resolve this. So there is no active story mission, so we don't have to worry about that. No active cards. The threat meter says nothing happens. It's starting round only. And then step 2, that advances to 1. Now that, and then this flips over. Now that we're in the green, at the end of the round, when I'm on the text size side of this dial, it's going to go up by 2. And now we start the first mission. This is a group mission, so it doesn't matter that much. Cobra has used a mysterious device to teleport a massive battalion into the facility to steal the military satellite. So it is a ground transport. So that's like if I had a ground transport vehicle, that will give me a bonus. Or I can use its bonuses, And we draw 2 complications. So this deck, there's 3 complication piles. The other 2 are off camera. But so when we in Act 1, we're going to take all the complications from the discard pile, and we'll shuffle the Act 2 complications as well. So then there'll be Act 1 and Act 2. But right now we just have Act 1. So when this card enters play, add 2 Cobra battalions to the lineup. So Cobra battalions are these guys. They're side missions. It's 2. The difficulty is 2. You can use any one skill you want. Players cannot interact with covered cards. So they come in and they're going to cover the top 2 cards from the left. You always go from the left to the right unless a card says otherwise. Like Major Blood, for example. You'll see if he shows up, you'll see that. Okay. And if there are 5 battalions in the game. If you ever need to add a 6th one, that is one of the ways we lose the game. If this deck runs out, that's another way we lose the game. And how we win? We go through all 9 of these cards and complete the last mission. Okay, so with that in mind, there is no ongoing story effects. I need 4. This is the turn to do it. I got the game. I got it set up to do that. And I have 4 Joes. So, but then I'm going to have to do some side missions afterwards. So I'm going to put the service rifle here. Because what the service rifle says, if it's part of a side mission, you get +1 wild. Since I'm doing a group mission, that's not going to matter. I'm going to grab the vamp. And I'm going to bring rock and roll, who brings 3 dice. I'm going to bring Roadblock, who brings 2 dice, so that's 5. There is no gear, so I don't get that, unfortunately. And then I'm going to bring in these 2 regular Joes. So the vamp can hold 4. So I've got 5, 6, 7 dice versus 4 dice. The difficulty is 4. But now I have to look at these complications that I have. So I have a rattler attack. So at the end of your turn, the threat meter is going to go up by 1. Well, I'm going to have no Joes. I'm going to have to take the penalty. And the story mission just went up by 1. Okay. So I get 5 dice. And I have to get... I get 7 dice, right? 7 dice. And I have to get 5 difficulty because that just went up by 1. Three, 4, 5, 6. So I succeeded. So I did have where I can re-roll 1 die. But of course I don't know. That's probably not going to show up on camera. Yeah, I can re-roll 1 die, but I don't need to because I succeeded. So now a regular GI has the ability, if this card is part of a successful mission, you may destroy this card. So I am actually going to let me look at recruit. No, I'm going to destroy 1 of them, and I'm going to keep 1. And the reason for that is I want the sniper rifle. which gives me +2 wild. It cost 5, so I needed one of the recruits. All right, then all these guys all get discarded. Now that's part of the thing with deck builder is you want deck building games is you want to replace starter cards with better cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And I get the sniper rifle back. Okay, so, but the end of my turn, the threat meter... Oh, I forgot to do the reward. The threat meter goes down by 2. It cannot go down by any more. But it goes up by 1 because I didn't do the rattler attack. So this goes under the blue symbol here, which means that's a success. And that's important to note because certain missions might affect things based on success or fail. And I did forget to talk about the next mission. So the next mission, stealth and tracker are required. But I purchased a sniper rifle. Okay, so I resolved that. And okay. I haven't played solo very much, so the rattler attack does not apply because we are on the text downside, so that's good. But it will, if I don't defeat this on my next turn, it will. Okay, so that's the end of the turn, so now it's the beginning of my next turn. Find the tracking device. To create an accurate signal transfer, Cobra needs to place the tracking device near the location. The Joes can't let this happen. So it's another ground transport mission, and we're going to have 2 more recruits. But we have story text that says, put Major Blood into play. So we go find Major Blood. All right, so it says, put Major Blood into play. So we grab the leaders. There's Major Blood. So Major Blood is a group mission, and his power is... It's difficulty 4, marksman and vehicle. At the start of each player's turn, place 1 Cobra battalion on an uncovered card in the lineup with a cost of 5 or more. And we still have 2 battalions to deal with. So this is stealth and tracker. If we succeed, reduce the threat meter by 1. Each player draws a card. If we fail, each player gains a Cobra trooper. Then I get to look at this card. It's the end of the act. It's 4 difficulty, vehicles, or stealth. So that kind of lets me know for recruiting purposes. All right, I need to deal with him. That's vehicles. That's a side mission, and then he's a group mission. So the service rifle is only going to be applicable to the rattler attack and the Cobra battalions. It will not work with Major Blood or this. Oh, and also I get 2 complications. Okay. I am going to... We're going to split my focus, which may be a mistake, but we're going to do 3 dice against the rattler attack. And I have the sniper rifle as an emergency. So 3 to 2. I got 1. All right. I will play the sniper rifle, which allows me to roll 2 more dice. All right, so I got 2 successes. This is resolved, so that goes in the discard pile. And these cards are set aside to be used for recruiting. I can retire a Joe. 5, 6, 7 with Snake Eyes. So Snake Eyes is stealth and martial art. I do need stealth. Yeah, I'm going to retire... I'm going to retire these 2 Joes, because I have 2 more Joes here. I'm going to use the 2 Joes to take on one of the battalions. And I only got 1 success. Okay, so that failed. So I can't retire those guys. Would have only retired one of them anyways. So I'm going to get Snake Eyes. So he goes on top of my deck. That's the replacement. These guys all go away. And then I draw 3. Four, 5. Okay. Marksman. I do need marksman. Okay. So now it's the end of my turn, and at the end of each turn, I have to cover up somebody in the lineup that costs 5 or more because of Major Blood. So Major Blood's power is done. Now we resolve the bad stuff. Story mission, nothing. Card effects, threat meter goes up by 2, and this flips over. Okay. We are going to take on Major Blood. I'm going to use Rock and Roll and a Joe. That's 4 dice. I can make it 5 dice. But I think I want Snake Eyes to take on a battalion. So this is 4 to 4. 3. Not enough. I don't have a reroll, do I? No. So that fails. So we're going to be adding another battalion. I'm going to have 6 recruit. I'm going to go for deep 6, but I'm going to use Snake Eyes, and I'm going to try to take out one of these battalions. We'll do that one. Oh, wow. Okay. This could be a very short video. I probably need to stop splitting my focus, probably. I'm going to get deep 6. And these 2 cards, I'm going to put a diffuse on the reserve. What that card does is if I defeat a side mission, I get to lower the threat meter by 1. And the vamp goes back in the hanger. Alright, so Major Blood, there's no cards in the lineup that cost 5 or more, so we're good with that. And we were on the good side of the token. Now we're back on the bad side of the token. So we're taking the vamp, which is the only vehicle. We're going to go after Major Blood again. 5. You know, I'm going to do 6, 7. I'm going to hold back 1 Joe because he's got a service rifle, and maybe I can get a battalion, but I really need Major Blood to go. So this is 7 to 4. Okay, so Major Blood is defeated. I'm going to retire that Joe. Okay. And I have 3. Yeah, we're going to go after ripcords again. So this is 2 dice versus 2. So, okay, that did not pan out. Yeah, I need to stop splitting my focus. So I did not defeat a side mission, so that doesn't count. Stealth and tracker, vehicle and stealth. None of those help, but I'm going to get Jinx, I think. For 3. I have 3 recruit left. I'll get Zap. Okay. And we still got a mess to clean up. And I did not use... No, I did use everything. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm not even going to think about the main mission until I clean up this mess from before. But the longer you wait, the game will start doing its thing. All right, so story effects, none. Card effects, none. Threat meter goes up by 2. We're back on the good side now. Okay. We are going to not learn my lesson, apparently, because I'm going to split my focus some more. I'm going to use Jinx. She gets 4 dice versus 2 because I have 2 Joes with 2 different skills. So, all right. So this is the one that's on Ripcord. All right, 3 successes. So that battalion is defeated. I do not have. I do. If you defeat a side mission this turn, reduce the threat meter by 1. So I done that. So Jinx is done. I have 1, 3, 5. Let's go after the battalion that's over Tunnel Wrap. Oops. So we're going to bring in Zap, who's got 3 in explosives. 3 versus 2. I got 1 success. But I do have a sniper rifle, which will allow me to roll 2 more dice. Okay, so thanks to the sniper rifle, we were able to get rid of that Cobra battalion. And now I have 4, 5. And I also had a reroll if I needed it, but I didn't. So I'm going to put that in the reserve. So I got 5. We're going to take Tunnel Rat and put him on top of my deck. All right, so now we are down to just 1 Cobra battalion, which is good. Vamp goes back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This gets added as a 6 card. We're on the good side. Now we're on the bad side. There is no gear. Ah, cool. Okay. So, we only have 1 battalion. I do not want to deal with the main mission yet. So, we're going to throw everything at the battalion. And we're going to choose explosives as the skill because that's the highest. So, I have 3 in explosives. Now, Roadblock has 2 in marksman, but all Joes provide 1 wild if you forgo their normal skill. So I'm going to forgo the marksman since I'm going in explosive. So Roadblock provides 1. A GI provides 1, so that's 3. And a sniper rifle provides 1, so that is 4. So I have 4 dice versus a difficulty of 2. Wow. Okay. I will do reroll 1 die. There is a double hit, so I have a 1 in 6 chance of succeeding. Nope. All right, so that's a failure. And I'll put comms there, I think. So now I have 3, 4, 5, 6 recruit. So whenever you have 6 recruit and your leader, you can forgo purchasing, or you can spend 6 of it to upgrade your leader, which I will do. So I'm going to upgrade Roadblock to the improved Roadblock. And just like any other card, when you gain a new card, it goes on top of your deck. Now, if I had any additional, I could still purchase, but I spent 6 to get him upgraded. And that goes in my discard pile. And the vamp goes back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, but we are in the bad side. So no story effects, currently no card effects. Threat meter means this guy goes up by 2. Now we're in the yellow. So at the end of every bad side turn, we're going to add a Cobra battalion. Okay, so the mission is stealth and tracker. I do have stealth, but I really want to deal with this battalion first. So what I'm going to do, there's no gear to put into play. I'm going to, I need stealth and tracker. So I do have stealth, but that's it. 3 dice, and that's not enough. So we're going to hold on to Snake Eyes for a future turn. And I want to get rid of this battalion. Was there stealth? Oh, there's ripcord. Okay. So we're going to choose recon, which is 4, 7, 8, 11. So I am rolling 11 dice. The game comes with 8. So I just re-roll any misses because the game comes with 8, and I need 2 successes. All right, so we're rolling 8, the first 8. All right, I got lots of successes. So, yay, we got that cleaned up from the first card. And recruit-wise, I got 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't get to count Snake Eyes because I'm using them in the reserves. So 8. And I need Tracker. We're going to get Lady Jaye. And if there's a utility card in play, +1 wild and draw a card. Each player reveals a leader from their hand, draws a card. Lady Jaye is a leader. But, yeah, so we're going to get that utility. All right. So we'll be able to play into Lady Jaye's ability. These guys get discarded. We replace the lineup, which I should have done after I drew the first. Once I recruited Lady Jaye, I should have flipped one over to see what the next card is. But I only had 2 recruit left, so. All right, shuffle in my deck. 2, 3, 4, 5. Add Snake Eyes as a 6th. Okay. And we're on the good side, so now we flip to the bad side. Alright, we are going to attempt the mission. So, stealth and tracker are the magic skills. So we got 3 in stealth. We're going to put a utility. Each player reveals a leader, gets to draw a hand, draw a card. So I have a leader. I'm going to bring in Lady Jaye, who's got tracker. So we got 6. She gets +1 wild for this. Plus I get to draw a card. So currently 7 dice. Rock and roll is only going to provide. Rock and roll I'm going to hold back because if we get a side mission, because we are on the bad side. So that is 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So we're going to do 9 dice to 4. All right. So we look at the complications. 1 Joe is captured, so I will discard a standard Joe. So now we're down to 8 dice. And surprise attack, so that just goes up by 1. Can't stop that. Okay, so we have 8 dice, and I need 4 successes. And I got way more than 4 successes. Okay. So, threat meter goes down by 1. And each player gets to draw a card. Okay. So, if there was anything else to do, I could spin these Joes to do other missions. But there's not. So, the question is, how I get to save 1. This goes in the success pile. The next one is vehicles or stealth. I don't have vehicles or stealth, so all the Joes that are left in my hand. We do have vehicles, and we do have stealth, so that cost 8. So that is, and I succeeded. I'm going to retire that Joe. So that's 6. I'm going to go 8, and I'm going to put rock and roll in the reserve. And I actually have 10, or I can do 15. Defeat a Cobra battalion. You know what? That would be 11. There's no. Yeah, I'm actually going to put the service rifle because that gives me 11. And I want cutter for 4. Oh, I guess I get this. So I have 7 left. Explosives, doesn't matter. Stealth, yeah, we're going to get beachhead for 4. And we're going to get ripcord for 3. That is my 11. All right. So I drew 3 cards. I purchased 3 cards, so those, I already know what half my hand is. Okay. This is the bad side. We have no story, we have no card. Threat meter, we add a Cobra Battalion, and then that goes up by 1. And now we're back on the good side. So I have a battalion, and then I have this comes into play. This will be the end of Act 1. Rescue the scientists. The scientist responsible for the mass device technology should know how to counteract its effects. But the scientist is in Cobra's clutches. Air vehicle mission symbol, but we don't have any air vehicles, but it's got X complications. Add complications to this mission equal to the number of players at the end. Equal to the number of players. Okay, so that's 1. At the end of each round, each player gains a Cobra Trooper. So this actually has an end of round when we're on the bad side. Success 4, vehicles or stealth. If we succeed, target player draws 2. If we fail, +2, and each player gains a Cobra Trooper. So we add 1 complication. And it is vehicles or stealth. Well, I have 4 stealth and I have 3 vehicles. So let's. How much stealth? So I have 6 to 4 with a sniper rifle. I can make it 8 to 4 if I throw everything at it. I think I'm going to wait a turn. So I'm going to put Beach in the reserve for the 4 stealth, and I'm going to go after this battalion. And I'm going to bring the vamp. So at the end of each... Oh, yeah, we'll get a bad one at the end of each bad one. So, okay, that's fine. I'm going to choose Marksman. So that's 3, 4, 5. It's not a side mission, so Ripcord's ability won't trigger. And we're just going to add him as a 6th die. So we're doing 6 to 2. Okay, so the Cobra Battalion is defeated. Oh, it was a side mission. I'm sorry. This goes down by 1. And... Oh, I don't have that. Oh, so I could have used the service rifle. Oh, well. And I had a sniper rifle, which I didn't need. I didn't need either of those. Okay, so we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9. Dawn is stealth and martial arts. We need stealth and stealth. So Dawn will work great with Beachhead. So that's 6. I have 3 left. I'm going to take this, which I can change all single hits to double hits. So we'll definitely take on the mission next turn. In a much better position than I was this turn. That's the power of the reserve and seeing. So I also need tracker and tech for the next mission, but pretty much going to take these guys on one at a time. But I now have 7 dice in stealth, and I can change all singles to doubles. And if that's a group mission, not a story mission. Okay, well, it is what it is. So we flip it from the good side to the bad side. Okay. So we're going to take the vamp again, and I'm assigning everybody. So we've got 4 in stealth. I have no officer, so Dawn's power doesn't trigger. Maximum of 2 players. There's only one player, so it doesn't matter. Each player on the mission draws a card. All right, double affected gears. He's only providing a wild because we're using stealth. And only provides a wild because we're doing a stealth. And then I've got the distraction if I need it. So again, if this is a side mission from this complication, we'll have to eat it, I guess, because this is a bad turn. So we got 7, 8, 9 dice versus 4. Yeah, we're gonna eat one. Unless I draw. Oh, I get to draw 2 cards, so I have a chance. All right, so it's 9-4. So I could draw and deal with this with whatever I draw. So there's 3. That's only 8 of the dice, though, that I use. So I still have 1 more die. No. Do I reroll? Yes, I do. I have this. Change singles to doubles, so that becomes 6. All right. So Act 1 succeeded. So this goes down by 1. Target player draws 2 cards. Choosing myself, obviously. 1. And we avoided the Cobra Trooper. So if I had if it let it go, Cobra Troopers are these guys here. They cost 1. They're in the green sleeves because they actually will get into my discard pile and then shuffled into my deck eventually. And then when I draw it, it's a side mission that I have to deal with. But I don't have to deal with that. But I do have to deal with this Hiss tank attack. So these guys have been used. So I'm just going to set them there for now. And I need explosives or tracker. And I drew 2 Joes. Unfortunately, I don't have explosives or tracker. But I can still do those as wild. So I'm going to roll 2 dice versus a difficulty of 1. And we succeed. So I don't have to worry about the threat meter going up by 1. And I didn't need to and I defeated a side mission, so we will reduce that by 1 even. And I'm going to put my reroll on the reserve because I didn't need it. So I got 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 recruit. Tracker and tech. Well, there's tech and tracker. Perfect. We're going to get spirit and freedom for 5. And we'll get mainframe for 3. And there's some gear, finally, for Roadblock. Although I guess I have a sniper rifle, but... okay. So, bad effects. Nothing for story, nothing for card. Threat meter, it goes up by 2. And then this flips over, and I should have drew my 5 cards first. Vamp goes back in the hanger. Okay. So now we go into Act 2. So first thing we do is we take the discard pile, the complications, plus the draw pile, plus Act 2. And we are beginning Act 2. So now we've got Act 1 and Act 2 complication cards being shuffled in together. So all those cards that we saw before could come back. And there's some harder ones now too. Scan for the secret location. It's a race against time. The Joes need find the location of the rare elements before Cobra can power the device. It's a sea transport mission. At the start of each player's turn, add 1 Cobra battalion to the lineup. So basically that's going to be every other turn because of solo. Success -2. Each player draws a card. 6 tracker and stealth. If we fail, +2. Attach 1 face down complication to the next story mission. Okay. But there are no complications on this one. Okay, well, the book says end of turn. Since this is start of turn, I'm going to assume that applies. So that comes into play at the beginning of my turn. So we're going to get a Cobra battalion. All right, tracker and tech. I do have tracker and I do have tech. Ooh, lots of it, actually. So let's attempt the mission. So first I'm going to play Inspiration. Each player reveals a leader. gets to draw a card. Okay. Difficulty 6. I have this guy. So we got 4, 7, 10 dice. I think I'm going to go with that. 10 to 6. 2, 4, 6, 8. So here's the 8 dice first. And we got 6. Don't even need to keep rolling. All right, so this is successful. Okay, so we reduce this by 2, and we draw a card. Okay. And then this goes in the success pile as well. Now, I do have a Cobra Battalion, and I am going to choose Stealth. If Snake Eyes defeats a side mission, target player draws 2 cards. So there's that. So that is 3, 4, 5. So we got 5 dice against a difficulty of 2. We're using the Vamp. It's the only vehicle. We haven't seen any other vehicles this whole game. All right, so I got 4 successes. So that battalion is defeated. And since I defeated a side mission, that goes down by 1. And I'm going to put my reroll in the reserves. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Vamp goes back in the garage. All right, so we got Recon. Well, let's get Airborne for 4. Flip a card over, so that cost me 4. So we'll do this. I still have 6, 8 left. Smart Missile. Oh, and I forgot. Snake Eyes lets me draw 2 cards. So, not the card I just bought. Obviously, this would happen before that. Which gives me 5 more recruit. Wow. Okay. Smart Missile is target player puts 1 card from their discard pile into their hand. Night Vision Binoculars. Reroll 1 die for each Joe in the machine. Ooh, that's good. Let's grab that. That cost me 3. Yeah, it cost me 3. So that's this guy. We control leader plus 2 recruit. 2 in vehicle. We need recon. Defeat a Cobra Battalion. Let's grab cover fire for 4. Oops, that goes on top of my deck. We got 6 left. Let's get a Smart Missile that costs 3. So pitch 4. So we got 5 left. Oh, okay. Let's get the Awe Striker. It costs 4. So now with vehicles, when you purchase a vehicle, it goes in the hangar instead of on top of your deck. If I use this vehicle, then it'll go in my discard pile and it's got to cycle through my deck. So all vehicles except for the Vamp has to do that. So this one is a land vehicle. It has a capacity of 3 where the Vamp has 4. But if a leader is on this mission, plus 2 wild. And if this is a ground vehicle mission, we get plus 3 marksman. So we'll put the Awe Striker in the hangar. I have 1 recruit left that I can't spend. Okay. And again, I pretty much purchased my new hand, I think. Pretty close. Okay. And now this mission's in play. Okay. The Joes surrender. The eyes of the world are on the Joes as they are forced to negotiate a timeline for surrender. Will they bend to the international pressure or stand up and refuse? 2 complications. At the end of each round, we're going to add the threat meter goes up by 1, and that's on the rounds where we have the bad side. If there is no leader on this mission, plus 3 difficulty. It's 3 in recon. If we pass, the threat meter goes down by 3. Each player destroys the highest cost Joe in their hand. If we fail, put the Baroness into play. So we definitely don't want to have any Joes in hand, I guess, when we do that. But we also have 2 complications. So And it's recon. I have a lot of recon, and I only have 2 Joes. So we are going to is oh, but there's oh yeah, rock and roll's a leader. Okay, so if a leader's on a mission +2 wild, is it a ground transport? Oh, it's a no transport. Okay. So I don't get the marksman. The marksman doesn't help anyways. But I am going to bring in rock and roll. So I get this leader bonus, which is +2 wild. So that will be 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 in recon. And we've got 9 in recon. Okay. So the complications are we have a Moray Sea Assault, which is +3 stealth and recon. At the end of your next turn, fail the current story mission and discard this card. So I actually have a turn for this. Ambush. Story mission +1 difficulty. Immediately draw and resolve another complication. So the difficulty just went up to 4. And search and rescue. At the end of my next turn, fail the... So we got 2 of these missions that I got to deal with. And I have to resolve by the end of my next turn. Or we're going to fail the Act 2, which will be -2, defeat all Cobra... But, oh, no, I'm sorry. +2, shuffle the Cobra officers and put 1 random into play. Okay. So I got 7, 9 dice versus 4. 1, 2, that's the 8. We have 8 here. And I got more than 4. Okay, so ambush goes away. So each player, this goes down by 3. I can never go back in the blue. So each player destroys the highest cost Joe in their hand. I have no Joes in my hand. So there's that. These guys are not in my hand, they're in play. Then, it's still my turn, so I'm going to play Smart Missile. Target player puts 1 card from their discard pile into their hand. So I need Stealth, Recon, or Tracker. So there's Stealth. Stealth, Recon, or Tracker. There's 2 in Recon. 3 in Tracker. There's another Tracker. Stealth, Recon, or Tracker. 4 in Stealth. 3 in Stealth. 3 in Recon. Oh, and since I won, since I used the All-Striker, that actually goes in my discard pile. Yeah, so we're going to bring Beachhead. So Beachhead goes into my hand. And we're going to attempt that mission with the Vamp. So I've got 4 dice versus 3 is the target number. Okay, so this one is defeated. Now I have to defeat this one on the next turn. Although that will be on the good side, so I'm assuming that means that's a side mission. So that actually, I have an extra turn. Solo rules are a little weird. 5, 6, 7. Oh. 5, 6, 7, 9, or 11. Depending on what I want to do with those. I think I'm going to any one skill. We'll put the binoculars probably there. 5, 6, 7, 9. And I need any one skill. Looks like there's a lot of vehicles out. Oh, +1. Yeah, so this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this guy gets +1 difficulty for each mission in the success. So that's actually going to be a 7, not a 2. Let's start with vehicles. So we're going to do barbecue for 2. Oh, that's nice. So that's 2. Ace for 2. The Baroness is going to come into play. Oh, so let's discard 2. So we're going to get the Tranquilizer Dart for 4. For 4. And I'm doing vehicles, right? I am. Yes, we will use. Okay, so we'll hold on to the reroll then. So 3. I will get the Skyhawk and put that in the hangar because that gives bonus to vehicles. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I also have to deal with this at some point. Okay. Nothing. Threat meter goes up by 2. Okay. So this the end of Act 2 here is grab the rare crystal element. Cobra won't give up the rare element to power the mass device without a fight. And it looks like they learned from their earlier mistakes. It's a ground mission. 2 complications. But we put the Baroness into play. The mission has +1 difficulty for each mission on the success pile. So we're getting a +5. So it's actually 7 difficulty. So we'll put the +5 right there, I guess. And we need to find the Baroness. We may not do the mission this turn. The Baroness is stealth and tracker. And story missions must be started by a leader. That's her power. And I also have to deal with this, which is tracker. And I went with vehicles. And I do have a turn. I could also just turn her off. She is a group mission. 5. She is not an air vehicle. Yeah, I forgot about the Baroness. I'm going to kind of change my original plan here. I'm going to bring in 5 dice. And I'm going to see if I can take her out. 5 dice to 4 for the Baroness. Oh, this is in my hand now. Okay. Yep. More than enough. The Baroness is defeated. Let's put that in for next turn. And I have 5. And I need tracker. Oh, well. Alright, we won't put that in for next turn. I need that if I'm going to buy Stalker, which I think I do. So I'll put the reroll in there. Alright, so we're going to spend 7 to get Stalker because he'll help with the search and rescue. Okay. 1, 2. So now I have to resolve that this turn, or we will automatically fail this mission. So search and rescue has to be done this upcoming turn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. We flip this guy over. The Off Striker's back. So as soon as you begin your turn with a vehicle in your hand, you put it into the hangar. Marksman will not help. Vehicles and recon will not help. Tracker is what we want. And we are going to throw everything at it. So we're going to bring the Vamp. We got 3 in Tracker, 3 more, so that's 6. Wild for 7. A Joe for 8 with a reroll if I need it. So 8 to 2. All right, well, we got 3. So that is defeated. That is all I'm doing this turn. 5, 6, 7. I'm actually going to retire that Joe. Any one skill. I think I'm going to grab Muskrat for two, which is stealth. Okay. I have a lot of stealth in my deck. I have 4 left. Each player returns one of their Joes on this mission to their hand. Control leader, extra recruit. Ignore the results of the die roll and reroll all mission dice. That's pretty good. Yeah, let's get that for 2. So I'm actually I have 2 left. Yeah, I might do anything with that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vamp goes back. Baroness is already put into play. That's already been resolved. There are no card effects. Threat meter, that goes up by 2. Alright, any one skill. I was thinking stealth, but looks like vehicles might be the winner. Yeah, vehicles is going to be the winner, which was my original plan. Alright, we're going to grab the Skyhawk, which can hold 2 Joes. What kind of mission is this? It's a ground mission, so unfortunately I don't get the air bonuses. If it was an air mission, that'd be great. I get a +1. I would get a +1 wild, and the Skyhawk would go back to the hangar. But since it's not an air mission, but I do get +3 vehicles. So we are going 8 in vehicles. Yeah, 8 in vehicles versus 7. Ooh, that's a little on the risky side, but let's see what happens. We've got company at a Cobra battalion to the leftmost uncovered spot. Okay. Then draw another complication. We have to re-roll 1 hit. Don't tell me the odds. And each player shuffles a Cobra Trooper into their deck. So normally a Cobra Trooper would go in your discard pile, but this specifically says gets shuffled into your deck. So Cobra Trooper is a side mission. When you draw it, you put it into play on the turn, on your turn. All right. So we got 8 to 7. Ooh, boy. So we only have 4. I can re-roll 1 die, but that's not going to matter. Okay, so that is a failure. So this will go up by 2, and we shuffle the Cobra officers and put 1 in random into play. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 officers, so let me shuffle the deck. Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And it is, ooh, Cobra Commander. At the end of each round, discard all uncovered main deck cards in the lineup and story mission +3 difficulty. Ouch. Okay. So this guy goes away. This goes in the failure pile, which I'll put it over here, I guess. So we have 1 in the fails now, and we have 5 in the success. And that's going to be the end of Act 2. And he is vehicles and recon. And he's at difficulty 6. Okay. I'm going to do cover fire, and I'm going to get rid of this battalion. And I only get 4 dice, but there's no penalty for trying. And I also have Muskrat, who's got his special power. So, if an air transport is used in this mission +2, well, we don't have an air. Well, the air transport is gone. But I have 4 dice. But first, I get to use Muskrat's ability, where I get to roll 5 dice, and for each double, I get a hit. All right, so we got 1 hit on Cobra Commander, and I need 5 successes on 4 dice. Okay, nope. And that would be 2. Yeah, even if I could roll a double, that won't matter. All right, so Cobra Commander is going to have to be dealt with. Okay, I currently have 7, but now I got to kind of watch my recruit because he's going to start draining that. I think, Flint. Flint will be good because he's got 3 in vehicles. So we'll grab Flint, and I'll keep that on there since I haven't yet to use it. That'll go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. This gets flipped to the bad side. And we start Act 3. Secure the rare volcano element. Mined directly from the interior of the volcano, this volatile material will need coordinated air support to recover. So, it's 2 complications, air mission, at the end of each player's turn, +1. So now we're going to get +1, and we're going to discard all uncovered cards, which stinks. Success is 6. Vehicle and stealth. We pass, -2. Each player draws a card. Fail, +1, and put Storm Shadow into play. And this gets 2 complications. Okay, we need to deal with Cobra Commander because his power is going to trigger this turn. All right, so vehicles and recon. I just so happen to have vehicles and recon. Okay, but first I'm going to play Inspiration, draw a card. Oh, nice. All right, we're going to take on Cobra Commander. And we're going to use vehicles and recon, and I'm just not dealing with that. We got to put everything we have into this. So that's 4 for vehicles. Recon, sorry. 7 for vehicles total. 8, 9. And I got a sniper rifle if I need it. Okay, so now we're 9 dice to 6. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we didn't even need all the dice. Okay, so Cobra Commander is defeated. I'm going to... We need vehicles and stealth and recon and tech. There's stealth. So that's 5 for torpedo. I'm going to get the rocket launcher for 3. So that would be... Oops. Oh. That's 3. So I have 3 left. 3 left here. So let's get rid of 1. So we're 1 less. So I could, yeah. We'll use a sniper rifle to get torpedo. And I have 1 left. Okay. I was hoping to use the sniper rifle in the next mission, but that's okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now the bad stuff's going to trigger because at the end of each player's turn, the threat meter goes up by 1. Okay, so that's the story mission. Card effects, nothing happens. Threat meter, we add a Cobra Battalion, and this goes up by 1. Okay, so we are now in the red, and I need vehicles and stealth. and I don't really have it. And this flips to the good side. Okay. Well, let's grab the vamp. Double the effect of the next gear played this turn. So that's 3 next, but we're going to go after the battalion, so that's 3. Oh, that's this story mission. Oh, we're not doing a story mission, so that doesn't help. Okay, so I can re-roll twice with the night vision binoculars. Okay, that's cool. 3 to 2. You have to re-roll 1 die for each Joe in the mission, so we get to do this twice. All right, try again. Ugh. Okay, well, that's a big miss. Vehicles and stealth, that's not going to help. We're going to put you on the reserve, though. Or do I do the rocket launcher? The rocket launcher would be nice. It gets rid of a complication, but I need the dice. And I'm not going to purchase anything. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need vehicles and stealth. Wild, stealth. Okay, that's good. And this gets flipped to the bad side. Okay. We are going to attempt this mission. So, vehicles and stealth. I do have a leader. If a sea transport is used, no. This is a air vehicle mission. If a leader is on this mission, +2 wild. How many Joes do I have? I only have 3 Joes. Okay, so we're going to take the Oz Striker, which will give me 2 more dice. So that's 5, 8, 10. So this will be 10 to 6. Tech and martial arts. And put Major Blood into play. No! I should have held on to the complication defeater. Yep, I should have. Alright, well, Major Blood's in play. If we pass, we do get to draw a card, so maybe I could take on the override security systems. But we got 5, 8, 10 dice versus 6. So here's 8. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that passes. This goes down by 2, and we get to draw a card. Oh, this is Act 3. I forgot to shuffle the Act 3 complications in. I sure did. Do that right now. Oh, and the discard pile. So we'll leave those 2 out. Or 1. No, it's just Major Blood. Major Blood and this guy, yeah. Okay. Okay, so that's down by 2. Draw a card. Give me a Joe with tech and martial arts. Nope. All right, well, that's going to be a failure. All right, but we succeeded at that. All right, well, those cards go in my discard pile. We need to do a side mission, so we'll put the sniper rifle. Change all single hits to double hits. That'd be nice for blood, but I want to make sure that I can kill this. It's going to trigger this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, bad stuff. There's no current story. Card effects is this goes up by 1. And then we add a Cobra Battalion. And this goes up by 1. And then this flips to the bad side, the good side. And we add a Cobra Battalion, but we can't because all the cards are too cheap. All right. Tech and martial arts, marksman and vehicle. Martial arts and tech. And tech. We got a lot of tech. Marksman and vehicles. We do have some vehicles. All right. I'll bring the vamp. 3, 5, 9 dice to 2 on the override. Oh, I guess that's a side mission, so we'll make it 10 dice to 2. Yeah. Oh, before I do that, this guy comes into play. Under the sea, somewhere hidden in the Atlantic Ocean lies another rare element. That thousands of miles worth of ocean for the Joes to search, and every second counts. So sea transport, 1 complication. This mission has +1 difficulty for each mission in the failure pile, so that's 1. At the end of each player's turn, draw a complication. So that'll happen on the bad turns. -2. If we pass 4 in recon and tech, if we pass -2, each player draws a card. If we fail +1, each player destroys the top card of their deck. All right. So we got 10 to 2. We're on the good side right now. All right. So that's takes care of that mission. Okay. I'm going to. What is his skills? Tracker. We don't care about tracker. No. But I'm going to send Beachhead against a battalion. We'll do this one, I guess. So that's 4 dice against 2. Okay, so that battalion is defeated. And then I have a choice. I can either try 2 dice again. Yeah, we're not going to do that. We'll put him in the reserve. And hopefully we can take on Major Blood next turn with him. And Sky Striker +2 stealth. Stealth is not needed. No. So we're not going to purchase anything. All right, 1, 2, 3. At the end of each player's turn, draw a complication. Okay. At the start of each player, put 1 on that costs 5 or more. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and I get this card. And this goes on the bad side. Okie dokie. We got marksman and vehicles. Okay. Bring the vamp. Oh, well, first of all, I got to put my trooper into play. That's 5 versus 4. Huh. Marksman and vehicles. Yeah, this only getting 1 dice each, so I don't think it's worth it. Not very good odds, but 5 to 4. Here we go. Against Major Blood. Oh, got him. All right, so he's defeated. And we are on the bad side, so we are going to get a complication. Okay. We're going to do stealth versus my Cobra Trooper. So that's 3 to 1. Okay. And we'll do 3 to 2 against the last battalion. Nope. All right, so that battalion's still there. And I'm not going to purchase any cards. We'll keep the tranquilizer dart in the reserves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the end of each player's turn, draw a complication. So this is the story effect. M.A.S.S assault. At the end of my next turn, fail the current story mission and discard this card. Okay. Card effects. No. Threat meter. Nothing happens, but it goes up by 1. We are very close to losing here. Stealth and this goes back to the good side. Stealth and recon, and we need recon and tech. Okay. We're going to do beachhead. This is a side mission, so we'll give them an extra die. So that is 5 to 3. So we're going after the M.A.S.S assault. Okay, that card is defeated. And 5 with the reroll. The difficulty is 4. If I fail, each player destroys the top card of their deck. We'll wait a turn. We'll put you in the reserves. Okay. Oh, we got a Cobra Battalion. Sure, we'll do Zap versus the Battalion. Okay, so we're going to have Zap attempt against the Battalion. Why not? So 3 to 2. Okay, that Battalion is defeated. All right, end of turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that was a good turn, so that flips to the bad side. Recon and tech. Okay, we need to go for the gusto on this guy. Because at the end, we're going to get a complication. So, bring the vamp. We got 4 tech, 6. We have a complication. 6. I make it 8. And not deal with a complication. We should hold off on a complication. We'll hold Snake Eyes in reserve, I guess. So that is 7. 7 to 4. So 7 to 5. Tracker, which does not help. Okay. 7 to 5. Oh, 7 to 6 because we have 1 failure. I forgot about that. That's right. This has got, so this is plus 2 now. Oh, we got 6 exactly. Okay. So that goes away. This is reduced by 2. And we get to draw a card. Another Joe. Okay. Well, I kept Snake Eyes in reserve here. So each player reveals a leader from my hand, which is Snake Eyes. Draws a card. Okay. Sure, why not? I only have 1 die, but I got a lot of rerolls and stuff. So we're going to have Snake Eyes attempt the search and rescue mission. Nope. We'll ignore the results and try again. Nope. All right, then 2 dice. Nope. Okay. So I have a turn. I'll put that there again. I have a turn to resolve that. Okay. Draw a new hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the next time this flips to the bad side, this mission has to be done before that. The vamp goes back. All right. Blump, blump, blump. We get a battalion, and this goes back in the red. All right. So this is the final mission. Destroy the M.A.S.S device. This is the final showdown. Either the M.A.S.S device meets an explosive end, or the entire world is doomed to obey Cobra. We got one complication, and it's a land vehicle mission. Put Cobra Commander into play. If the threat meter is not in red, it is in the red. Also put Destro in play. So that's one good thing for being in the red. We get a complication. But Cobra Commander is back. We just got rid of this guy. At the end of each round, we discard all uncovered main deck, and the story mission gets +3. Which, if you saw my previous video when this happened, I forgot about his +3 when I rolled an 8. I thought we succeeded, but I failed. So we got Tracker, Vehicle, and Recon. Well, there's Tracker and Martial Arts. Okay. I forgot to flip that because we just read that. Okay, so this is on the good side right now. We're going to do the search and rescue. So that's 3. For each side mission control, I get +1 hit. So I already got 1 hit. Martial arts and marksman and explosives. Okay. All right, so we're rolling 3 dice, and we need 1 more success against the search and rescue. Okay, so search and rescue is defeated. I'll reduce that by 1 since that was a side mission defeated. I guess, well, typically that's in play now. And then I can't deal with him right now. We will do 3 dice against the battalion. All right, so the battalion is defeated. And I need vehicles and recon, marksman, and explosives. Well, explosives are good for the final mission. So, yeah, he costs 3. So let's spend 3 to get Lightfoot. +2 explosives. Oh, nice. Though I don't have it. I'm going to put distraction in the reserve and not purchase any more cards. Okay, so this is a good side. This is a good side turn. So we get this. All striker is wild and marksman. Ooh, that'll be good for that mission. The all striker will be nice. Vehicles and recon. I don't have them. Oh, that's not good. I can't take on Cobra Commander. And he's going to start doing his bad thing. Stealth doesn't help. Let's put night vision binoculars. No. Distraction. That way I can re-roll all signals and double against Cobra Commander. We're going to have to try to take him on next turn. We can't dilly-dally. Okay, because we're on the bad side now, so we need to try to take out Cobra Commander this turn if we can. Vehicles and recon. There's vehicles and recon. Oh, perfect. Is it a leader? Do I want it? No, I need the off striker for the mission, so we're going to take the vamp. Flint does not get his ability, unfortunately, because there's not enough vehicles. If there's a utility in play, +1 wild. Ooh. Oh, there's no Cobra battalions. Oh, Skyhawk goes into there. Well, play cover fire, but doesn't do anything. But, well, except for helping Lady Jaye. So, Lady Jaye, there is a utility in play. So, I'm going to get +1 wild. and draw one card. So she'll be 4 with a card draw. Stealth, no, but we could put in Muskrat for his ability. Recon, so currently we're at 8, 9, 10 with Muskrat's ability. Oh, that's 2 hits. Nice. Okay. 8. This is 8 dice. We need 4 more hits. And we got it. So Cobra Commander is defeated just in time. We need Marksman and Explosives. I am going to spend 5. We're going to get the Tomahawk as a backup. We don't know which of the 2 vehicles we need based on what Joes I get. Hacking Gear would be good as well. So we'll grab Hacking Gear. And we don't need that. And we'll hold on to that in the reserve. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We add a Cobra Battalion, and that goes back into the red. All right, Marksman and Explosives. Marksman and Explosives. We have 6. So we've got 6 air transport. It's a ground mission. So the ground mission would give us +3 marksman and a leader. Yeah, we're doing that. Is there a gear in play? Yes. Because we're going to roll 2 dice, and that is, for each hit, that's the number of cards I draw. I draw 1 card. Come on, give me Marksman or Explosives. Sure, we'll defeat a Cobra Battalion. Why not? Lady Jaye in play? No. Okay. So we're taking the Awe Striker, which automatically gives me 5 because this is a land vehicle mission. I get this bonus plus I have a leader who's coming aboard. So who also has marksman. So that is 5, 8 with 1 Joe. Marksman or explosives. We're choosing marksman. 8. 10. So this is 10 versus 7. Put Destro into play. Bad timing on that because Destro messes up doubles. I re-roll any doubles, but then I could change singles to doubles, so there is that. You only manipulate dice once. At the end of each round, we're going to draw a complication, though. But I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 to 7, re-rolling all doubles. Ooh, that is only 4 currently. I get 2 more. Okay. So that's 6, but then I use this, which I change singles to doubles. So we win. All right. Well, that was mission 1, the M.A.S.S device. Right, that's what it's called. Yeah, the M.A.S.S device for G.I. Joe deck building game. Plus a kind of a relearn to play as well. Hope you enjoyed that. Stay tuned for mission 2 solo at some point, and Dirk and I will be doing all the missions again at some point. We have mission 5 up already. and we're probably going to redo Raise the Flag campaign as well. It's just we got to work in the time when we do it. So hopefully within the next couple months or so, you should see all the lots of new GI Joe videos. Anyways, until next time, I'm Dave. Thank you, and please like and subscribe. Hey everyone, if you like that, we got more videos. There should be one right about there. There should be one right about there. And you can subscribe down here somewhere. Talk to you later.